What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Earn and ISO. But this is another ISO solo episode, man. Shout out to Earn. Hopefully y'all, let me start. Please like, rate, review, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for the plays, support, the views, and all of that, man. Yeah, hopefully y'all got kind of understood what I was saying with that movie review of Straw. You know what I mean? I would have probably took more of my time with that if it kind of was a movie that I didn't myself think that I was even going to watch. So, like, I had a lot more fun with like the Sinners episode because that was a movie that I planned on going to seeing ever since the preview came out like late last year. So that's why the Sinners movie review was a little bit more in depth. I kind of had more fun with that because that's a movie that I kind of like enjoyed and I wanted to go see. I kind of was sitting around watching TV and everybody talking about the Straw movie. People started asking me, was I going to do a movie review on it? And one of the days I was just sitting here and I just ended up I just ended up watching it. So, but hopefully y'all understood what I said. You know what I mean, with that. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that. But this could be an episode for everybody, man. But I'm telling y'all right now, it is what it is, and I'm say what I'm gonna say. So this one is probably more for the barbershop, but for whoever want to listen, because we got fans all over the world. Everybody that listen to us don't. A lot of people don't even listen to hip hop that listen to us. So I mean, we appreciate everybody. I ain't gonna say fans, but supporters. You know what I mean? We ain't got fans. I ain't no rapper, no movie star, nothing like that. But supporters. But yeah, man, we gonna get right into it. Everybody's talking about. I heard, of course, the Clipse song, the first one, what was it called? Ace Trumpets. It was okay. Now I mean they rap it on there. Like I said, it's good to hear Malice, rapping again. You know what I mean? Pusha been doing this thing for years now, but it's good to hear Malice again. They dropped another. Well, the first one they just it was like a song. I don't think the first one Ace Trumpet was an official video for it. I think they just dropped the song, but then for the second one, the second song that they dropped. Now I don't know if this one. I don't know how it worked. I don't know if this one is their official first single or what. But this is the one that they dropped the video for. It's called "So Be It." So that's why the name of this episode is "So Be It." Because I'm gonna kind of be all over the place as far as like hip hop and talking and stuff like that. But whatever I say, man, listen, so be it. However I feel, so be it. However you feel, so be it. They dropped another song. This one with a video called "So Be It," and I liked it. Like I said, man, them rapping is not up for debate. You know what I mean? They could always rap, but what I was saying was, and this is just my opinion. Like I said, this is no disrespect to Pharrell and nothing like that. But I just wanted to, at this point, for as long as you've been doing, like I said, let me start by saying this. I don't know what the album sounds like. You know what I mean? I won't know. I won't know till I buy it and listen to it. Hopefully, they kind of get a different sound than the whole just Pharrell sound. Because I would like for them to venture out, and hopefully they did venture out some, to where some of the beats like kind of like would sound different. Like I said, the "So Be It" beat is decent. It's a decent beat. Now I mean, of course, they flowing on it. Before we get into the Travis Scott diss or whatever that, like I said, hopefully, because at this point I would like for them to kind of like travel sonically and try to like get some different type of production, a different type of sound. I mean, at this point in the game, why not, explore, venture out and, work with different producers. Like I said, I don't know if they did or not. I ain't gonna know what I mean, until I listen to it. So hopefully, because there's a lot of anticipation for it. So hopefully, us barbershop dudes and, new and, younger people who might have just got onto the Clipse. I mean, it might be they might have new supporters now since they coming out now that might go back and listen to them, to some of the older stuff, So hopefully that not just me, we get what we looking for when that album drop. All right, we're gonna get into the whole Travis Scott, which the lines had me thinking, but before I found out it was about Travis Scott, I was thinking like, is he talking about an exact person? And then, everybody jumped on it. And then, he got interviews and stuff like that talking about, no, that's about Travis Scott. Pusha explained why he said all that. Well, he didn't really say all that, but he gave him a few lines, man, gave him a few bars. Now that's what's driving the internet crazy, because he dissed Travis Scott. I'm like, as far as the barbershop is concerned, the barbershop really ain't really too much. That ain't really our style. Travis Scott's music ain't really our style. I have heard a few Travis Scott songs that, that I like. So I might have listened to more Travis Scott music than the average person, my age, or the average person, in my like generation. Like I say, I consider myself barbershop dude. That's why I always say the barbershop. That person that kind of likes that of a certain age or of a certain type of music, like, boom bap, more lyrical, more like in-depth rhyming, more like, fly street shit type of, type of hip hop. So that's what I say when I mean, the barbershop. So yeah, the barbershop, probably most people probably like, man, they don't care. Most people my age and all that listen to the type of music that we listen to don't care nothing about Travis Scott, so they don't give a damn. But the internet needs content. So he dissed Travis Scott. Pusha explained why he dissed Travis Scott, and I understand it. I understand if you feel like somebody is constantly playing both sides and just making sure and making sure that they always come up. Which, I mean, I understand it's a survival tactic, but at the same time, it shows we come from a society, especially some of us that come. I mean, I can't just say some people that come from the hood or humble beginnings, because everybody demands loyalty on any level. It didn't matter if you grew up struggling, if you grew up rich. People demand loyalty. So I can't say it's just a hood thing. And from what Pusha was describing, was explaining why he threw the shots at him, is because he constantly plays both sides. Like, he explained a situation that, he came through, let people listen to the music, but then didn't let them hear the Drake verse where Drake threw shots at Pharrell. And my thing is crazy. I'm gonna come to you and let you hear my album, my music, and then have somebody on the record going at you. So that right there is kind of like, to me, shows that he is like he's a little disconnected, which I don't know how he grew up. I don't know if somebody didn't instill that in him, that you wouldn't do stuff like that. Like, if I was a rapper, I would not do that. For one, if I was a rapper, I would not even if this is my song and I feature you on the song, I don't want to censor what you can and can't rap about, but isn't it like an unwritten rule that, yo, if you dissing somebody, just don't do it on my record? Especially if I ain't got nothing to do with it. If I don't got nothing to do with it, why using my record to diss somebody? So that's the only issue I would have. That's probably the only time I would have an issue. Is if somebody get on the record and then, you know, it's blatant, like, yo, you dissing somebody on my record. Why diss somebody on my record, bro? So apparently that's what happened. And he said that they didn't play. He did not play Drake's verse, but then when his album came out, had the Drake verse on there, going at Pharrell. And then Pusha also said he did that with Kanye. He'll go hang out and be around Kanye, and then go hang out with Drake, knowing that they are like, I guess after they know that they have issues, and he's not picking this, and he's not, I don't know, necessarily like picking a side, like you can't, like this is like this thing I don't fully understand. Like I said, I'm not all in with Travis Scott, but I do know some, you know, records and all. I probably have listened to more of his music than the average barbershop dude. But because Pusha referred to Kanye as Travis's mentor. So if you know he got an issue with Drake, even if you may not have an issue with him, how could you like, I'm gonna come hang out with you and work with you to get my stuff done, but then I'm gonna go have him on records dissing you or having something to say about you. To me, so I understand where Pusha coming from. Like, yo, that is weird. Not to say you can't, you may not carry it the way I would carry it, as towards if the person who I feel like may have helped me the most or been my person who has shown me the way the most may have an issue with you. I may not hate you, but I'm not going to be around you every day, all day, every day, like that. Like, we probably not even going to do a song. That don't mean I don't like you. That don't mean I got beef with you, or issue with you, but I'm not doing a song with you. I'm not. Like I said, that don't mean that I hate you. But if the person who helped me out more, but I do have this, you have to show some sense of loyalty on some level. Like I said, you ain't got to go, man, when I see Drake, I'm punching him in his face. That's not what you got to do. But I'm not going to be like, yeah, you my mentor, you been helping me out, you helping me do everything, but then I'll go right over here and do a record with somebody and then let them just throw shots at you on my song. That makes no sense to me. So I understand where Pusha is coming from with that. And to my knowledge, I have not heard Travis Scott say anything about it. So I do understand that, because Kanye had issues with the way Travis Scott moved. And I guess the Clipse got issues with, Pusha got issues with the way Travis Scott moved, as far as, you know, trying to, I guess, play both sides and just, you know, whatever benefits you, and not and to a person like Pusha, which I can understand, he has issue with that. That it just seems like it's just no inkling of loyalty at all. And I completely 100% understand that. So when he explained that, I understood that. So, you know what I mean? And then some people saying, well, you know, Travis ain't no barbarian, you know, he ain't no real spitter, so that kind of seems like Pusha is picking on him. Listen, this is hip hop. He threw some shots, and to me, it makes sense why he threw them shots. And that's what it is. If Travis respond, he respond. If he don't, he don't. But to me, I don't think that's picking on somebody. Because after he explained it, I was like, okay, I 100% understand it. Because everybody was saying that was that was going at Travis. I didn't understand it at all. So they broke down what was happening, and it did remind me of when Kanye was like, "Yo, Travis be moving funny. Yo, Travis be moving funny, man." You know what I mean? So everybody got an issue with him feeling like he playing both. He plays both sides, and it's just whatever is just whatever he feels like is best for him. Forget everybody else is showing any type of you know consideration or loyalty to anybody who, especially people who have helped you. So that I completely understand. So I listen to the record. Even with that, everybody's talking about that, but to me, Miles had a dope verse. So even though everybody's getting hyped off what Pusha say, like I said, man, it's just very good to hear Miles rap, man. And I know some people are. I ain't gonna say no. I ain't gonna say it. Yeah, I ain't gonna get into all that. But like I said, man. Anyway, I kind of understand. Once Pusha explained it, I understand exactly why he did that, and it makes sense. You know what I mean? It does. It makes sense. You know what I mean? You seem like a person who just you playing both sides for whatever benefits you. You know what I mean? Which some of us kind of know people that are like that, to where they'll play both sides all day long, and that's why you keep them at arm's length, man. You know what I mean? I know a lot of y'all probably work with people like that. I mean, the professional setting with people who are like that. Like they don't show no kind of loyalty to nobody. You know what I mean? It's all about their advancement. Now, I don't know if that come from, and this is one of the things I had to understand once I got into this, because this is technically like entertainment. And I had to understand, like I said, I'd be sitting back trying to understand why people do the things they do, bust the moves that they do behind the scenes when it come to stuff like this. And I had to understand that some people that this is all they ever wanted. To be in entertainment and to be famous or to be known, stuff like that is all they ever wanted. And they're prepared to do anything to get it, to achieve it, and to keep it. Because like I said, like y'all hear me say a lot, it's a lot of nonsense going on trying to keep content creators that got like, good, great content, kind of like slow down. Like I said, man, our social medias is getting shut down and took, or we getting restrictions put on them like every month at this point with no explanation. And once we started seeing like a little bit of success with this, I started seeing how like finding out like it's people who just go around and just try to slow other people down. And like I said, I would have no problem with that if people were just straight up about that. Like if I know that you don't rock with us, cool. As long as you straight up about it. What gets on my nerves is the whole kind of like what Pusha is saying about Travis Scott playing both sides. I'ma say, yo, y'all doing great. Y'all doing great work, and us black people gotta stick together. And then playing the other side, like, no, we gotta go slow them down. Well, bro, you gotta choose a side. Now, if you just let people know that you just let me know that you don't rock with me, cool. My thing is, we ain't asked for no handouts. Don't be talking about, I'm all about my people, and, black people need to stick together. Then behind closed doors, you calling in favors and, getting people trying to slow down everybody momentum and kill everybody progress. And people social media's took and all this and that. And then come right out and get in front of the camera or get in front of a microphone and say, I'm all about my people, my black people, we need to stick together. It's a few people in this business that are like that, and I'm not feeling that shit, man. my things I had to stop and I had to understand, I had to think about why people do that, because I wouldn't do that. Just like how Pusha was explaining like, you know, that he wouldn't do nothing like that. You got to sit back and, to me, I be trying to sit back and think that why would the next person do that? Because I wouldn't do nothing like that. And then I'm starting to understand that for some of these people, the moves that they busting is because this is all they ever cared about. This is all they ever wanted in life. And some people will be willing to do whatever to like I said, achieve it and probably to keep it. I believe that. Like I said, this is just something that I kind of like stumbled into, and it just became well received by people. So I just kept on doing it. It's not like I sat around and, absolutely have to be famous in life. I have to figure out, do whatever I got to do to try to be famous. If I got to go and pretend to be down with people and do a bunch of stuff I don't want to do just to show people that I'm down for whatever, just to be fair. No, I was never one of them type of people. So I had to stop and think that why would other people bust the moves that they make, the moves that they make? Some of these people really, really, really do care about this. This is like their life goal is to walk down the street and people know them. And they're willing to do whatever they got to do to have money and be famous. So I just had to understand that. So when Pusha was saying that about Travis Scott, I was like, maybe he's one of them people that him maintaining like his career and where he's at right now might be just the end all be all to him. Cause I don't know, I don't know him. I don't know what's going on in his head. I don't know if this is the only thing that he ever cared about. If it's other things that he care about. If he think past me, some people probably don't have no plan B or nothing else that he ever wanted to do. So he may feel like I got to do what's best for me. So smiling in your face today and then going being with somebody else tomorrow and smiling in their face tomorrow and playing both sides is the way that he gonna get what he want or what he's trying to achieve. He might feel like that's what I gotta do. Just like I said before, it's people that you work regular jobs with that will come around, smile on your face, laugh and joke with you, and then will go tell management on you. And to say, or for whatever reason, so they can get a get out of jail free card. But when they get in trouble for whatever they get caught up with, they get caught doing something. First thing you do is tell on somebody else what somebody else is doing, and then we'll come around and smile in your face. It seemed like that just didn't matter. That they just told on everybody. Some people just play both sides like that, and it's all about their survival. Like I said, that's one of the reasons why people are called rats, because that's the mentality of a rat. Now, I mean, you'll see a bunch of rats, but even though they're together, they don't think to help each other. They just think about themselves. That's why when times get hard, they'll run all over each other. Times get hard, they ain't nothing to eat. They'll start trying to eat each other. So even though you'll see a bunch of them, they only think about self. They don't work together for nothing. So that's one of the reasons why when people snitch, you get called rats, because they'll roll with you. They'll be rolling with you, but they'll be thinking about themselves. When times get tough, they'll be thinking the whole time they thinking about themselves. You don't know that because you think they down for the cause because you down for the cause and you down for the crew or the collective. They are not. Just like when you'll see a whole bunch of rats, but they all thinking about themselves. And they'll turn on each other. Because in their mind, it's all about their survival. Not everybody's theirs. And that's that. So, that's the mentality of a rat. So that's one of the reasons why people call people that tell rats. So what else do I want to talk? So off that, I mean, I'm off that because, like I said, I mean, the barbershop ain't really thinking too much about Travis Scott anyway. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm being a barbershop dude, probably listen to more Travis Scott music than the average barbershop person. And I'm not really that deep into it. But I probably listen to more than most barbershop people. You know what I mean? Guys. So like I said, you know what I mean, hopefully that when that Clipse album dropped, it'll be a good album and give the barbershop something to listen to. You know what I mean? I've been hearing this lately. For some odd reason, everybody always trying to seems like they're trying to like downplay Nas's like part or place in hip hop or something like that. And I've been hearing that for a while now. And what everybody always say is this is what a lot of people say. Yo, you can't, you know, it's the whole thing of where everybody be like, oh, I don't never hear nobody say turn such and such's music on when I'm at a party. I ain't never heard nobody say turn such and such Nas music on at a party. Bro, that's not the part that he play in hip hop. That's not the part that he plays in hip hop. You know what I mean? He's a deep thinker. He's a deep rhymer a lot of the times. That's the part he play. And he even said it himself. I remember him saying this. He said, one time he was like, damn, I probably wouldn't want to be like Drake, to where it's everywhere you go, all people play is your music. As soon as you go into a club or a party, first thing you do is Drake in the house and start playing your music. And I understood what he meant when he said, when I said that. So I'm like, if I'm also a fan of music, I wouldn't want to just only hear me. Everybody just wants to play me all the time. So now when I go out, I don't want to hear my own records. So in his mind, he in a good place to where he can make the records that he want to make for the people that want to listen to that. And then when he go out, he's also still a fan of music. Because when he said that, he was like, yo, I wonder how it feel to be Drake. Like, and I understood what he meant. Like, if everybody just only playing you, if you one of the most popular person in the world, whereas you just constantly hearing your own music all the time. Like you want to go, like you may go out, first thing somebody gonna do is start playing your records. You might get tired of hearing your own records. Remember, you probably done heard that record 1,000 times for the rest of the world heard it because you the one made the record. So I understood what Nas meant. I understood where he at. He in a space where he cool with that. It's everybody else who keep trying to worry about where he's at. He's him. He's one of the best to ever do it for a reason. Leave that where it's at. He's not the party dude. And I understood when he said that, like, no, because when I go to a party, I don't want to go around and only hear my music. I don't want to be one of them artists where the second I walk in somewhere, everywhere I go, people only, no, I might want to party too. You know what I mean? I might want to listen to other people's music, other forms of music. That's the problem with some of y'all. Some of y'all, I'm so glad I grew up in the era that I grew up in to where it was all different kinds. It wasn't like, and it was all, this is one of the good things about back then. All right, you might have had less access on your own to music, but if you sat down and watched Rap City, you watched Young TV Raps, whatever video came on, you sat and watched it. So you sat and watched music videos from rappers from all over different parts, different types of music. You got dudes that round street, you know what I mean, round about street shit. You got dudes that was backpack dudes. You had dudes that made records for the ladies. It was all in the same show. So you got you got that whole mix of people rapping about different subjects, different type of rappers. Some dudes was conscious, some dudes was street, some dudes was rapping for the chicks. You know what I mean? Dudes was making party records. It was all different types that you listen to. So, like I said, that's not the part he play. And he's cool he's cool with being that way. Why somebody gotta like you gotta be in a party and say, y'all don't hear nobody say turn that Nas on. No, dog, I'm the person that you listen to when you wanna hear some deep thought. When you sitting around thinking, planning. You know what I mean? I'm hitting you with some gems and some knowledge. It's a time for that too. Because everything can't be party, because ain't that the problem? Everybody saying, everybody ABC rapping right now. Everybody seem like they shit is dumbed down. Everybody's ABC rapping. The way everybody think the same. Everybody look the same now. People thinking the same when they, let me tell when they talk, they think the same. Everybody got a whole bunch of jury on to the point that jury don't even seem, it seems regular now. You know what I mean? It don't even hit you no more that, you know, it don't even look special. I come back from where, I grew up in a time where everybody didn't wear jewelry. Some people did, some people didn't. You know what I mean? You had dudes that were still flying all that without jewelry. Some people had jewelry, some people didn't. But dudes was fly. You know what I mean? Everybody had the sneakers on, clothes on. Some people had the cars. Everybody didn't have jewelry on though. Now it's like you look at every rapper got jewelry. All right, so now y'all all look the same. Y'all all look regular now. It don't make you stand out. It make you look the same now. But back to what I was saying. So, yeah, if you're in the party is not the gauge on whether you gonna trust me. The party ain't the gauge on whether people gonna give a damn about you 30 years from now. Be for real. He got on in what? Was that 92 or 93? Was Live at the Barbecue like, was Live at the Barbecue like 93? Was that 92 or 93? You know what I'm saying? Let me look that joint up real quick. I got the phone on me. I got the phone on me now. We can look this joint up real quick. You know what I mean? Live at the Barbecue. Shoot. This joint say 91. Sure, this joint was 91? Live at the Barbecue. His first album ain't come out. Nas kicking this verse from Live at the Barbecue, 1991. It's 2025. Dog, I was like 10 years old when he dropped that verse. I think his first album didn't come out till, what, 94? You know what I would like? Because that I thought that joint was like 93, and then he got signed, and then his album came out the next year, 94. This joint say Live at the Barbie came out 91. So, y'all, people, to me, I'm like, what y'all worrying about it for? Some people, I be like, no, that's the part he play. The part he play is, he the person you want to listen to when you give him deep thought. Everybody got a place. When you want to listen to party stuff or stuff that, you know, when the chicks is around, you I throw on certain music. I'm not gonna play Nas when is women around, I'm going to throw that Drake or that Future on. Now, if I'm sitting around with people that I know, other barbershop dudes and all that, they going to throw that. We going to throw that on. Or if I'm by myself, I'm going to listen to that. I mean, if you at the party and there's women around, you're going to throw on party records. If you're by yourself and you might be reflecting, you might be, you know what I'm saying, trying to think, trying to plan, whatever. That's when you're going to think, that's when you're going to listen to, you know, a Nas or somebody else like that. That's rhyming deeper. When you sitting there, you know what I mean, with yourself, just sitting there thinking and listening to it. It's a time and place for everything. Everybody keep worrying about, you know, where does he rank and where does some of these other people? I'm like, some people just, they deep thought, that's the part they play in music. Just like I'm not listening to, this is no diss to them. Like I said, everybody got their place. I'm not listening to Future to give me nothing like Nas. They give me no deep thought like Nas. When I listen to Future, I'm expecting him to give me, you know, the bop, the vibe. And when I got a chick over, I'm listening, or I'm rolling her in the car, or I'm in a setting where his chick's at, throw that on, so something that they like and they can sing along to. And I might be to sing along to. It ain't as deep as the Nas stuff to me. But like I said, you know what I mean? I can still bop to it and vibe to the music too. Everything has their place. Everybody don't have to be the same. That's what cracked me up. People complain. This is what killed me about this hip hop shit. People complain about everybody sounding the same, but then the one person, one of the few people that don't sound like everybody else, you mad because he don't sound like everybody else. I don't hear nobody say throw that Nas on at the party. Yes, because that's not the part he play. He get you deep in thought. He's not there when you got the drink in your hand or whatever, and you hanging out with the chicks, talking to with the women and all that, partying and vibing with the women. That's not where the deep thought comes. The deep thought is when you're sitting around by yourself, or you're sitting around with other people that's like you, and y'all might be talking and building on something, or just conversating and fellowshipping. You know, that's where those rappers come from. That's where that comes from. Because if that's the case, okay, everybody ain't got no party records. A lot of people don't do party records. Does that diminish where they at? Ain't no way in the world you tell me somebody that first came, the first time you heard them on wax was 91 and it's 2025 and he can go sell the show right now. Come on, man. That's a what? 30, 19, 1, 25, 34-year career so far? 34-year career, bro. 34-year career. Come on, man. Cut it out, man. Because I don't hear nobody saying, and this is no this, I'm just using these people as examples. Like I say, now I mean, these are my dudes because I'm a barbershop dude. I also don't hear nobody saying, throw that Jadakiss on at a party. Y'all gonna try to diminish who he is or what he do? That he also ain't one of the best to ever got on microphone and said a rhyme? It's a lot of people that you're not gonna play in the party. Just like it's gonna be a whole bunch of them people that you're gonna play at the party that you wouldn't play if me and you was rolling around in the car, or me and you was sitting in the barbershop, or me and you with your dudes is sitting on the stepping y'all vibing. You're not playing what you would play with the chicks around you. You're gonna go the same records that, you know, when the chicks is around, you're gonna throw the Drake on and all that. If we was sitting in the barbershop, y'all would not be throwing Drake on. We don't do that. It's a time and a place for everything. So I don't understand where that talk comes from. Everybody got their place, man. Everybody don't do the same thing. Everybody don't have the same place, but that's what makes up all the people that you listen to in hip hop. Well, back then I'm talking about how I grew up. Know what I mean? Now I don't know what it is. I'm not 20 years old no more, so I don't know. Back then it just seemed like it was cool to be diverse. You know what I mean? I could listen to Public Enemy. I can listen to Public Enemy, Wu-Tang, Onyx, Tribe Called Quest, X-Clan. You know what I mean? L Cool J. All give you something a little different, but it was all dope. It was all dope. They can do something. They all can do something different and all be dope to you. Everybody didn't have to sound the same to be dope. Sound the same. And then it's like everybody sound the same. Okay, we don't sound the same. He don't say, you never say those such and such on at a party. No, that's not the part he play. That's not the part that person might play. He the person that give you them bars when you sitting around thinking deep. You don't party all day. You don't party all day and you don't sit around and think deep all day. Sometimes you at the party. Sometimes you sitting around reflecting and thinking deep about life and all that. And sometimes you just hanging out with your people. You know what I mean? All up in the chick's face, trying to bag her, having fun and partying and vibing and all that. It's different. That's the part. That's life. So I don't. You know what I mean? So that just don't make no. That just never make no sense to me. Or some people, that's the measuring stick for the United States. I never heard nobody say the part, and I never heard nobody say that such and such person is one of the greatest to ever do it and got some of the greatest verses ever. But if that's not their purpose, and that's not what they do, why are you trying to measure them to that? Especially if you have a person like Nas, to where he'll tell you out his own mouth, I don't want to be like that. He's like, he liked the fact that he can make his music, and when he go out, he can listen to other music and want to party and have fun too, and don't got to just go around the world listening to only himself. And I understood what he said, that like, yo, you be one of the most popular people in the world. Everybody want to go play your music all day. Why the hell would you want to hear your own music all the damn time? If I go to party, I want to hear my own goddamn music. Because if I was a rapper, that's how I would be raking. I would be making that probably more of that type of Nas type of records. I'll be trying to put more thought into what I'm saying. Me personally, I probably wouldn't be no party rapper. Not to say I wouldn't try to make like a different type, a more lighthearted song every now and again, because Nas did too. Nas made, you owe me, stuff like that. So everything wasn't super, super deep thought. You know what I mean? But I just understand why all of a sudden that's the measuring stick now. No, you can't compare. You talking to somebody who, man, you got, man, that's 91? I'm like, damn, Live at the Barbecue was 91? Because that's when I Googled it, it said 91. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's when I Googled it, it said 91. And I think his first album came out when, 93? So, man, listen. Yeah. That's one of the things I just understand why all of a sudden that's the measuring stick. Whether somebody gets put on at a party, you're not master planning and building at no party. Most of the time, you're not. You're not. That's what you do to wind down and have fun. You're not building up at no party. Now, I mean, you put people that's for the time that you reflecting and you thinking deeper. So, yeah, that right there, I never understood that. What I'm about to say also some people might disagree with me, but I heard I think Nas is making some projects or something like that that got something to do with like DJ Premier. And I'm not, and I'm respectfully saying this. You know, I've listened to, like I said, I'm a barbershop dude. I'm listening to music for a long time. Gangstar, like people have been saying. I've also I think Gully TV say this too. That Guru doesn't get enough. He doesn't get enough praise or accolades for the fact that he was dope too. I think that comes from the fact that they were Gangstar, and also Guru also went. He did side projects. He used to have like a series, like projects he used to do that incorporated like jazz. He was always called like jazzmatazz. But what I think it is that DJ Premier praised as a producer, kind of like started to overshadow what Guru did. And that's why I think that he doesn't personally get. I don't want to say people don't respect him because people respect him. Now, I mean, hip hop respects Guru, but he doesn't get talked about enough as he should, because it was like, okay, you listen to Gangstar, and you know the production was always like stellar, out of this world production, and then Premier started producing for other people. I think that kind of like overshadowed Guru. And it's especially if Guru was like, and when you heard him rap without Premier, it was more like on like the jazz tip. Like I said, he had a whole series that he used to drop albums that always had something to do like an element of jazz in it. It was called Jazzmatazz. So I think that what Premier did kind of like started like the credit that Premier started getting as a producer kind of like overshadowed what Guru was doing. I mean, real ones know Guru was still, because you know what I mean, I liked some of them Matazz albums too. You know what I mean? Incorporating the jazz in it, man. For y'all that only listen to hip hop, go listen to some jazz, man. You know what I mean? Go listen to some jazz. You might find some stuff that you really, really like, man. You know what I mean? Travel, they say you gotta travel sonically, man. Musically and sonically, y'all gotta start traveling. You do. You gotta start traveling, man. Y'all can't listen to the same exact 5-6 rappers right now. You know what I mean? To all y'all young people out there, man, travel sonically. Go listen to that stuff. Go listen to some stuff from like Motown era, the stuff from like the 60s, the 70s. Just go put in, soul, some hits flow, or put in Motown or Google something like that, or go to YouTube or something like that, or wherever y'all listen to our music at, man, and just listen to a playlist or something like the 70s playlist, a 60s playlist, a Motown playlist. You know what I mean? A jazz playlist. And just sit there and just listen, just expand your mind some. Instead of y'all listening to the same 4 or 5 songs over and over and over again, then whenever the new 4 or 5 songs that you're gonna listen to, y'all gonna listen to them over and over and over and over again. Travel sonically. It is a lot of music in this world, and it has been a lot of music that's been made. Other than you listening to the same handful of songs every few months, and then switching to another handful of songs every few months, and going on and on and on like that. But yeah, people gonna think that I'm crazy for this, but and people, I mean, Barbershop, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if Premier has been producing a lot as of late, but the last probably few beats that I've heard from Premier, I just like I'm kind of like losing the excitement of hearing a Premier beat. Like when like you like before you hear a song and it be like, yo, and the artist would be like, yeah, my first joint produced by Premier. Used to get like excited for it. It's kind of like that. And that kind of is like the same thing that's happening. I don't know if it's just my age and just like, because this is the same thing that I said about the Clipse with with the Pharrell production, I kind of like, I just kind of like lost the anticipation for it and being like excited to hear it. I kind of like lost that somewhere. And it's starting to feel like that for me for like Premiere, because I can't name the last like Premiere beat that I heard that was like, okay, this is dope. Like I said, I don't know how much production he's doing these days, or if it's something that's out and I just missed it. Because now it could have been some dope production that for a dude or person that I never heard of, or I never heard that song. But because I heard like, because ain't like Nas doing some stuff that ain't Nas doing some stuff that got Premiere like involved in it or something like that. And by the way, that the Slick Rick album, people are talking about, I have not listened to it, so I cannot give my honest opinion on it. People are saying that I'm hearing people are saying that he's kind of like rhyming. I guess they feel like he's rhyming outdated. But I don't know if it's because he might just be he's an older guy. So I don't know. I don't know what everybody's expecting. And like I said, man, I have not heard any of the Slick Rick music, so I cannot even speak on it personally. But people are saying that they were anticipating that, and they didn't. I guess they didn't get what they wanted. But yeah, man, I'm kind of like I'm I kind of like lost the anticipation for when I hear something that's produced by Premiere. I kind of like just lost the anticipation for it. Like I said, I cannot name off the top of my head the last joint I heard that was like produced by Premiere and it was like super dope. Unless it's something that I don't know was produced by Premiere and I might have heard it and it might be good. But other than that, me sitting around knowing that I know that this was produced by Premiere, and then I kind of like lost like anticipation for it, man. I don't know what it is, man. To where I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully I'm proven wrong with a lot of things, man, and a lot of music that's going to come out is dope. So I can have, you know what I mean? So, we can have something to listen to that we feel like is our lane. Like I said, no disrespect to, the younger people, but, time goes on in hip hop. The younger guys, you may not listen to everything that the young guys, some of the younger guys I do listen to. But this is that's why everybody got so excited when the Clipse came out. You know what I mean? That's why the Barbershop got so excited when the Clipse came out, because it's something that's your lane that you completely understand. So hopefully that stuff comes out dope, man. But yeah, with that, and what else? What else I want to talk about before I got out here? I heard some people talking about this, and I'm also starting to feel. I've also thought about this too, that as time moves on, I don't know if I ever said this before on here or something like that, but as time moves on, we get further and further away. Biggie only dropped 2 albums. Now, I come from the era where we love Big. But as time go on, some people were saying that, his lack of material, because unfortunately, doesn't like dictate that he should be in like the top 3 or the top 5 anymore as time go on. People were saying that. I heard a lot of people say that it's people who have surpassed him just by being dope and just being around. Now I don't know. I have thought about that, 'cause I'm like, he has 2 albums. He dropped the third one that came out Um, the Born Again joint. That joint was decent, but you know, he wasn't here for that. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm a hip hop fan, I'm an East Coast dude, but I'm not from New York. I'm not a New York City dude, so I don't know how y'all still feel as is, yo man, you know, make sure you always keep him up there. And another thing I noticed that everybody putting up lists, but whether it's a New York list, a list of overall, a list of LA list, a New York City list. I'm like, well, a lot of people be leaving out Pac, so I heard this too. Like, so where does Pac fit in that? If you making a list, do you put Pac on the New York list because that's where he was born, or do you put on the LA list because that's where most people who are like younger than us thought that that's where he was from because he was on death row, and that's the time period or his album that gets talked about the most and gets like some of the most play, or the songs like California Love and stuff like that. That's what most people who are maybe like younger than us or not as in tune with hip hop as much. Know what I mean? They know California Love and Dear Mama. So that's what some people who not immersed in hip hop, that's probably the two songs they heard, Tupac songs that they heard the most. Now, others that's in hip hop, we have heard, way more than that. But so I don't know where do y'all put him at? Are you gonna say, well, he got put on, up in the Bay Area. So I don't know people who they claim to him or just because I noticed that like people don't put him on no list. So be like, well, where will Pac be at? Well, he was born in New York. Most people know him from the music that he made when he was on death row. That's how most people that not in tune with hip hop know him from, or only listen to or casual fans or whatever got played on TV or whatever gets played the most that they hear. Other people who are more deeper into it might be like, well, he got put on when he was in the Bay. But Digital Underground on them is how he got on. So I don't know who claims him, but I was just thinking about that. You know what I mean? That ain't really too deep a thing, but I was just thinking about that. How like he ain't on a New York, people don't put him on a New York list. People don't put him on the LA list. So what list would you put him on? But I don't know, man. But anyway, man, is there anything else that I wanted to say before I got up out of here? I don't think so. I think I kind of covered it all real quick. I think I did kind of cover it all. But oh yeah, go check out the RZA did an interview with Drink Champs. So yeah, man, he I kind of like I haven't finished it all. I think that joint's like 4 hours long. So I've been watching it in parts. But what I have heard so far, I liked, man. RZA don't do too much in interviews from what I know. And then it's like if you are doing an interview, is it really an interview where it's like, cause this one like you kind of like he's like answering a lot of questions that people want to know. It's not like one of them politically correct type of interviews or whatever where he ain't really saying too much. No, from what I've heard, I like. So y'all, go check out the RZA interview, man. Very very entertaining. That's the Abbott, man. He got a lot of knowledge. And yeah, other than that, I'm kind of done, man. It's a wrap for this one. Like I'm saying, some of y'all going to, that's why I'm on. That's why I'm in the episode. So be it, because if y'all understand what I'm saying, if y'all feel what I'm saying, if y'all don't, know what I mean, let us know. Y'all gonna let us know. But anyway, man, it's a wrap for this one. Please like, rate, review, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for the love and support, the plays. y'all out there, man. Nah, I'm gonna say that for another. I'm gonna say it for an episode. I might. Yeah, I'm gonna say that for another episode. I might do another episode talking about what I'm about to say. I'm gonna keep that to myself. But all right, we out of here, man. Thank y'all for the love and support. And it's a wrap for this one, man.